Bro, this guy is dark. Oh my god! Top 10 most legendary anime fights of side characters.
It's never just about the protagonist. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel that anime that stand out completely on the foundation of solely the protagonist are few and far between. That's doubly true for a lot of action shows. For every cool protagonist you have those mentors, those rivals, those friends and whatnot who help
spoilers?
carry the show. For me, the best action/battle titles are those that have the side characters that get their time to shine. So today, I'm going to be giving the spotlight to these kinds of characters. Here are my top 10 side character fights in anime. Some are amazing in the context of the story and help shed light on these characters in more subtle ways, while others are just simply visual spectacles. Let's begin.
Bleach. Dude, everyone loves Bleach. I really need to like look into it more.
Kenpachi always struck me as a captain with presence. His fight with Ichigo and
it's either like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Dragon Ball. Am I missing something? And like JoJo. Yeah, everyone just loves these.
The weakness of that kind of character.
If you want to see more anime videos like these, head over to Patreon, where you can find full uncut, unedited videos, and also you receive them earlier than here on YouTube. And thank you very much for the support.
Is that the character eventually stops getting ample development, becoming one note with a lack of characterization. Now, that's not exactly the case for Kenpachi, and while he's got many moments that show his background and character, one of the most iconic ones
just sliced his shoulders. Oh my god.
Of battle. How appropriate. Kenpachi seems to be one of those characters who have plot armor unless they're facing the protagonist or
bro,
main
this guy's got
antagonist.
6
so
arms, man.
To see Kenpachi
how do you win versus that?
Struggle in this battle against the Espada. It's an appropriate way to insert more of his backstory and to
Yo,
show
thank you for the bits, man. You honestly don't have to.
Even though
I appreciate
literally
it, man.
switching to swinging with 2 hands feels so simple. Still, for a Kenpachi fight, this is the best one we have to date. Number 9 is
that guy looks like he could be in One Piece. This guy with the one eye patch thing. I don't love it. The first act was amazing, but after it got bored.
Number 9 is Gatsura versus Shokaku.
Gintama. Dude, the guy's literally like an ape. He's Wolverine. What is that, dude? How do you fight that?
Gintama is a show that has some of the strongest side characters. It's just appropriate for one of the best shonen anime out there. I can pick from so many fights, but I think it's about time.
Dude, this guy looks evil.
We give Gatsura some shine for this video. And what a journey it's been for Gatsura. But in case you need a reminder that this is one badass, we have his fight against Shokaku as proof. This for me is Gatsura's main
I love that
highlight
fight,
in the entire
man.
series. With
just
him
scaling the building like that.
Ingenious and badass ways in combat. The finish is also a good mix of serious and comical, with the fight being decided with a headbutt of all things. Then again, the battle has been decided before that. Like Kenpachi's fight, this one serves both to establish Gatsura as a combatant and add more depth to him as a character. It's these kind of fights that are the best. And
dude, it might take me 3 years to finish JoJo, okay?
Grown to like and respect Gatsura a lot more.
At this rate of me watching like 1 episode per month.
After this one.
True, dude, true. That looks
Next is
painful.
Zoro versus Killer.
Did we watch this fight? Maybe. More than 16 years to finish.
One Piece side character?
Dude, wait till I start One Piece, man.
As far as I know, a lot of One Piece fans can't get enough of Zoro. How can they get tired of him with him being
I think I would probably die before I would finish One Piece.
Members of Luffy's squad. That largely has to do with how he gets the best looking fights and the most awesome techniques, and this fight with Killer ended up being a fight to remember. The battle does an excellent job in showcasing his resourcefulness as a fighter intertwined with his bloodlust and hunger for the intensity of battle, all while giving us amazing modern One Piece animation. With the way things were presented, we got our feelings dragged deep into this fight.
Everyone is using like this similar sight weapon, you know?
Before it, One Piece does have a knack of being funny or cartoony before shifting into high gear and giving us fights with presentation that you'd expect from a UFO.
Also, why does he have so many bandages on his
Zoro's
face?
Still got a lot of awesome fights, but this one will have to do for the list.
Dragon Piece. One Ball Naruto.
Before
I'll
we
have
move on to the
700
next
plus
entry,
episodes.
let me
Yeah.
ask you a question. Ever wonder what it's like to play a mobile MMO while enjoying all the graphical perks of a console? And speaking of UFO table, we have Lancer versus Assassin in our 7th slot.
Wait, what's this again?
Animation quality and epic music in our 7th slot.
Fate. Oh yeah, Fate.
Animation quality and epic music direction have long become staples of UFO table productions. Give them the budget of a theatrical production and you get insane bouts like this one. Granted, I've often talked about other
I gotta give it up to Fate. They have
Heaven's
very
Fields
like
fight
nice
the
looking
Ryder versus
fights,
Saber
you
one
know?
from the 3rd film. So I decided it's time to give Lancer his dues.
Like,
After
very
all,
nicely
I feel
animated.
He's a grossly underrated character thanks to the memes and always dying.
Like, it looks
He still
insane.
dies in this one, but at
Fast
least
and
he goes
Furious
down with
meets
more
anime.
fight than we've ever seen before. The Wild Chase sees him give Assassin all he can throw, and in a regular match, Lancer would have easily gotten the win here. Unfortunately, he is Lancer.
Wait.
And he's up against one of the driving forces.
His
for
name
the
is
antagonist
Lancer and he
side,
has a
so
lance.
we know
Okay,
how that
makes
goes.
sense.
Still, the showing he put up, along with UFO Table's masterful work in creating this fight for us to feast our eyes on, earned this moment a spot on my list. At number 6, we have Vector versus Berkoli. In isekai titles, it's often the main hero who gets all the shine. In a large part of SAO, this is proven true. That's none more evident than what War of Underworld's climax ended up amounting to. However, in the same arc, we do get to see the Integrity Knights pull their weight, with the most iconic being their leader, Berkoli. It's leader to leader as Berkoli fights Dark Emperor Vector in what was, to a lot of people, War of Underworld Part 2's high point. He finds himself grossly outmatched but can clutch a win against the Dark Emperor himself by showing off the full power of his super broken sword. What brought this fight up was the huge bump in art
I feel like
and
we've
animation
seen
quality.
a lot of these
SAO
fights in the previous video.
was great in the presentation
I've definitely
department,
seen this.
and things went up a
I
whole
remember
notch for
watching
the
this
WOU
like 2 days
fights,
ago.
This being the most striking
Skip song? Why am I supposed to
Example
skip
of
the
them.
song, man? Skip this? Okay. Oh, Jojo? Okay. Chat, major spoilers or no? Don't skip Jojo.
Now, this one's a doozy. JoJo's known for its frankly insane fights, and even the side characters get to join in on the fun too.
To be honest, I
Don't
didn't
get
know
excited
JoJo has like really great fights.
to know what happens
Skip
when you put some of the
JoJo.
side characters' powers, many which are far more
Chat,
interesting
I am
on
gonna
paper than the
skip
ones
this one
carried
because
by
I don't want to get
heroes against
spoiled. Okay, chat. I'm gonna get to this episode in about 2 years, but I don't want to get spoiled. Okay, chat. So I'm gonna skip.
each other. Here we have Metallica versus King Crimson.
Bro, he just grows on his forehead like that.
Wielded by
Okay.
Risotto and Doppio, respectively. The fun thing about this fight is that despite
All right,
King
don't be
Crimson's
mean, man.
very
Don't be mean in
fearsome
chat.
reputation,
Don't say
Doppio
stuff
plays
like that.
the underdog for the most part of the encounter. Well, it's just a part of King Crimson, but still. The battle between Risotto's iron manipulation and one of the most fearsome stands is a sight to behold. A third stand, Aerosmith, ends up
Is that
being the deciding
scissors?
factor in
Oh
the
my
battle.
god, dude. What the fuck? He threw scissors at this air guy.
Ends up being the deciding factor in the battle that was sorely going in Risotto's favor. In the end, it's more of what you'd expect from JoJo fights. A lot of stuff happening and the anime team having the time of their lives hamming it up.
That is nasty.
上にいる呼吸は一人だけですお前の呼吸だけだ
Bro, this guy is dark. Oh my god! Did he just get shredded with... Bro. Also, why does he have invisible blood?
King Bradley versus Scar is rank number 4.
Yikes, man. He didn't die though, right? I'm pretty sure. I don't know, chat.
Scar's always been an enigma, a great rival character to follow, and one who never fails to make an impact. That's why it never came off as strange for me to have him face off against probably the most overpowered homunculus. Against King Bradley, Scar really had to work for the win, putting
Yeah,
in all
I
the
don't know,
stops,
man.
and even then, it's barely even enough. We've got a lot of
Still
good
looks sick, though.
exchanges, with one of the more notable parts of it from a character perspective being Scar using alchemy to reconstruct matter, breaking his own code as an Ishvalan. Scar has gone through some big character developments as the series has gone on, and along with those those moments comes this amazing fight, which feels like Scar's last hurrah as a fighter. He had his last hurrah in one of the most glorious ways possible, taking down Wrath himself.
Bro, is he getting electrocuted? What is that?
The first slot in my top 3 belongs to
Okay, I don't want to watch that. I think I might tomorrow just not stream and just finish Demon Slayer or something in one day.
versus Kakashi.
Some Naruto. We'll see, we'll see.
This feels like the culmination of a storied rivalry that kind of runs parallel to Naruto and Sasuke's intertwined tale. It barely has enough screen time to compete with the latter in terms of build-up and legacy, but I knew from the moment their flashback was shown that the two would somehow find themselves at odds in combat. I didn't buy Obito's supposed demise completely, and thank goodness I'm right, because this fight is insane. We've seen how powerful Obito is as Toby, being the catalyst for a lot of the key moments in the series' history, and to see him finally breaking out of the Toby disguise and settling things with Kakashi once and for all was so hype. Also, propping the fight up is the fact that this is Kakashi's most important battle in the entire series. Despite not having as much on-screen history as the top fights in Naruto, the actual fight and anticipation more than made up for it, as we're treated to two blitzing their way in attempts to work around each other's abilities.
Wait, so is that the kid? Like grown up? And he's just killing him?
Finally, the best side character fight I have is Netero versus Meruem.
虫が上から物言ってんじゃねえぞ
This is a fight that a lot of people remember Hunter x Hunter for, but is it a hot take if I were to say that in terms of a pure fight standpoint, the show has a lot of other candidates to take the crown? No, that's not a shot at the fight itself, but there are other impressive battles in this excellent shonen title. Why is it number 1? And why did I choose it for this list then? Because of its thematic power. Meruem barely fights back, and as a battle, it sure feels relatively anticlimactic given the people involved, but I think that that's the beauty
I don't think this guy is shown much, right? Is he?
The fight feel original.
I feel like he's like really a side character, but he's like the strongest character.
It also does a great job of building up Netero, adding the dimension to his character about wanting to fight strong opponents, all while he goes down in a blaze of glory. The fight itself is great presentation-wise, as with most of the remake Hunter x Hunter, but the best fights I feel are the ones with emotional stakes that help flesh out characters. And with that regard,
he's got like insane power, dude.
Out there, making it
I don't know what it is,
side character fight
but
in shonen anime.
Just brings this like celestial being. How do you fight that, man? Like, how do you actually fight this?
So those are my top 10, but I've still got several fights that I'm considering.
These were good. These were good.
Still, I'm more interested in hearing what you think. Comments and feedback for this video are always much appreciated.
Thank you for watching this video, and also thank you very much to all of my supporters over at Patreon. If you'd like to see these videos earlier, head on to Patreon, and if you want to see more videos, click the videos here for more videos from me.